Hey guys, it's Schnickerman here with the game room tour. Come on in. Let's go, let's go. Okay, so first we're going to start over in this little corner over here. Take a look. So as far as the Marvel vs. Capcom Shrine, we got the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Of course, got the Spider-Man. We got Ken from Street Fighter. We have really nice Jaded Toys Mega Man figure, which is kind of hard to see with the glare, but really nice figure. And then just to honor it as well, have the Galactus Silver Surfer poster. And also behind here, one of my favorite fighting games, Street Fighter 4. Have a lot of good memories with friends and family playing that one. So here's what I call the kind of the outdated technology shelf. I've got this cool old camera that I got gifted from my sister. SP, cassette, mini DVD, which is kind of funny. This is like random stuff I've thrifted over the years and found. Old calculator, this sculpture from one of my favorite artists, Lumps. And then also we have the Tony Hawk American Wasteland soundtrack for anyone who is interested. Very good Tony Hawk soundtrack. A lot of really good songs on there. Then for the PlayStation 4 collection, like, let's just point out some of my favorite games here. Mega Man Battle Network has always been a pretty big game for me, so having that finally, I need to get through the other games. So far I only played the first one on this collection. For people that might be fans of the channel, Bugsnax Collector's Edition. Really good game. If you've never played this one as well, you get to find these cool little animal food hybrid and then kind of merge your characters with them. Really interesting story. Definitely a hidden gem if you ask me. Spider-Man PS4, of course, classic game. I really enjoy these new skateboarding simulation games. So Skater XL, really good if you like skate but you want a little bit more realistic gameplay. You know, your classic Dark Souls, one of my favorite games of all time. Great Final Fantasy game. I don't know why it's upside down, but Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. And of course the Digimon PS4 games, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, and Digimon World Next Order, which is one of my top faves as well. So like I said, this is kind of like most of the stuff I've played. Got a couple collector's editions here. Of course, have yet to been opened. We got Yeez, and we got this Project Starship X. And yeah, and then moving on, this is pretty much my most collectible games in the collection. I'll see if there's any stories behind them. Shadow Complex was one that I played back in the day on 360. Loved the game. Really fun Metroidvania. Limited run released this many years ago now, so had to add that to my collection. Oops, can't get it back in one-handed. Impactful game for me, Red Faction Guerrilla on 360. Really innovative game. The physics engine is amazing. The multiplayer was super fun. The weapons are kind of all over the place. You had backpack upgrades before multiplayer games started doing that. We got What Remains of Edith Finch and Firewatch, two of the most valuable and also really simplistic covers, but fantastic games. You can see they kind of like look pretty similar. One of my favorite games of all time, sealed for nostalgia's sake. Also got the Castlevanias from Limited Run. I stopped collecting from Limited Run, but these I had before. I've also got pretty much most of the limited rare games, which if you are interested about limited rare games, which is not limited run or super rare games, definitely check out my other video. I'll have the link here. Tamashi, probably the most sought after, besides Poop Slinger, Super Blood Hockey Variant Edition, and 88 Antarctica. So, yeah, those games are what they are. They're kind of interesting. And yeah, so that's most of what I find really good that makes me happy in my sealed collection. And then down here, oh, that's interesting. I have another Super Blood Hockey. I guess I need to do something with that. So here's some kind of more obscure games that I have in my collection. Like this game is pretty underrated, pretty fun. SNK arcade collection. What else do we have here? A couple physicals that I was trying to support for, what was the name of this developer? Why can't I remember? I think it's Red Art Games. So we got One Night Stand, Monster Prom, which this is a really cool, I've always wanted to play this game, and then they finally released the physical, so I got that many years ago. Awesome P, we got Grim Fandango. A lot of classic PS4 games here. This is my actual copy of Red Faction Guerrilla that I played. Doom 2016, another fantastic game. Oh, this is another limited rare game, the last one of the set that I have for PS4, which I think is the whole collection. Reldlum, I don't even know what you would actually call it. So there you go. And then also this Bloodborne physical copy from Brazil. One of my favorite games, Brazilian version, really cool. All right, so PS1, guys. For me, PS1 is really about Digimon and Final Fantasy. So, you know, you got pretty much the entire Final Fantasy series on here. My favorite being probably 9, as well as Final Fantasy 6, which is somewhere in here, but I don't see it currently. So that's a great question. I don't know where that ended up. But we also got another classic game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, as well as Mega Man Legends 2. This was my childhood favorite game. Very sought after now, but they really need to remake or bring the series back. And then we also have the classic game. I think this actually would be good to put up here as well. But the game that actually goes with this, again, one of my favorite games growing up. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This game means a lot to me. This is my original copy I got back from probably EB Games back in the day. A lot of good memories on this one. And yeah, then the rest, pretty much all the Digimon games. So your Digimon World 3, Black Label, we got Rumble Arena, we got Digital Card Battle, and we got Digimon World 1 and 2. So yeah, pretty solid PS1 collection. It's small, but I have some favorites in here, like the original Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone on PS1 is a great game. The Thrasher game made by Rockstar Games, and another classic game, Spider-Man on PS1. Now, my PSP collection, I pretty much only keep my PSP right now to occasionally play the original Persona game. Man, back before game collecting got really big, I picked this up for $20. The soundtrack is really good, the gameplay is fun. Definitely a lot different than the current Persona games, but still a fun game nonetheless. Oh, I forgot to show you my PS1 collection, but this is also one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy Tactics. So bought this sealed copy just to kind of honor one of my favorite games. Japanese Digimon game, I have another one as well. And then for the Vita collection, very small collection here, but impactful. We got Undertale, Shovel Knight. Can't say enough good things about Shovel Knight. Angry Birds, we got Dragon's Crown, Persona 4 Golden, of course. Back when you had to have it Vita to play it. And another Digimon game. This was the first one that got me back into Digimon, probably in 2016. So Classic game for me. And then probably the most interesting thing about my collection is this PS3 collection. So I was a 360 guy, and I had only a 360, and then when the price of the PS3 finally dropped, I got the PS3 Slim and started just getting like really cheap PS3 games from GameStop. And so nothing here really like sticks with me because a lot of these games I have on other systems. But back in the day, you know, the only way to play Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 remix, sorry, and some other odds and ends, some Brazilian games in here, this Green Lantern game, Hellboy, Science of Evil, Doom 3, NBA Jam. So just classic games that you can kind of get anywhere. Resistance games I couldn't really get into. Metal Gear Solid 4 I couldn't get into. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I feel like a lot of the console exclusives were not that great, but I did like God of War Ascension, liked Uncharted, and Ni no Kuni I never really gave a chance either. So maybe you guys can point out some games in here I should give another shot, but this collection doesn't really mean as much to me anymore, so I may be getting rid of some of these games for sure. PS2 collection, again, pretty small at this point. Biggest heavy hitters, Digimon games here. Some of the stuff I got like thrifting. I will say that, believe it or not, Guitar Hero rocks the 80s. I really like 80s music. I really like Guitar Hero. This game still hits. I like it. Oh, actually, I should check the poster. I used to hang the poster on my wall. Hey, I think it's still here. Let's see. Only exceptions here, interesting exclusive, Under the Skin, Capcom game. Has some Resident Evil characters, cell shading of the time that was really popular. My brother bought me this game, and I still have it, and it's very strange, and maybe worth checking out, but I don't know. Back in the day, I used to love Path of Neo on PS2, really good game. Spider-Man Friend or Foe, or sorry, Spider-Man Web of Shadow, Amazing Allies Edition. This one I think Metal Jesus showed off at one point, and this is like a completely different game than the Xbox version, which is this one's like a side scroller. It's got Nightcrawler in it. But I think the coolest thing to show off for nostalgic reasons is if you like the Tony Hawk games and like SSX Tricky, for example, you would really enjoy SSX on tour. It's kind of like the American wasteland of the SSX games. Classic soundtrack. You got like the Hives on there and a couple other great bands. Definitely check this one out. I don't hear very many people ever talk about this game. So over here, I have what is the remnants of my limited run games card collection. So limited run games used to always give you a card when you bought games, and then they correlate to the specific games that you got. Like there's the Ys Origin card, 2064, and I used to just buy these cards off people that were trying to get rid of them. Night Trap card, the Mutant Muds, which I used to have. So got a pretty large collection of these cards, and there are gold versions. If you can see, these are all like silver numbers. I made a whole video about this many years ago. I should update the collection video at some point. There's a gold one. So these have been in my collection for many years. If you collect this kind of stuff, you're interested in these, let me know in the comments. So got those. Got my Undertale Collector's Edition. If you've ever looked at my channel, you'll know that this, I made a short about it, went viral. Still gets a lot of views. And it's really cool, and it has the soundtrack for the game, which is amazing. You should definitely check out the Undertale soundtrack. Even if you don't want to play the game, you won't regret it. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was a very important game to me growing up. Played a lot of hours of this game. So when Limited Run did the collection, I got this version. And then for me, I wasn't a big Castlevania person growing up, but I played the Symphony of the Night, Rondo of Blood on PS4. First time I ever played Symphony of the Night, really kind of spoke to me. I really enjoy this game. Had to buy the collector's edition. Used to have the poster on the wall as well. I'm just paranoid of damaging it because it's such a beautiful poster. All right, let's go to the top of the PlayStation shelf for a second. So up here, we got Zell, Final Fantasy VIII Legend, my boy. We have Hell Knight from Doom. We got Crash, little Spyro, the Final Fantasy Cup noodles. Look at that. We got Cloud on there. Got a little bit of a anime shrine here, Hunter x Hunter. Some Shaman King action. Love Shaman King. We got the Digimon Hacker's Memory Collector's Edition. This one I have a whole video about, a short, if you're interested in that. Really cool Japanese exclusive. And also my favorite color of the Vita that I actually have. So yeah, that's that. Let's go on over to the Xbox stuff. This is my small Nintendo setup. Want to just point out a few games in the DS collection. Monster Rancher DS. You used to have to put in your CDs to get random monsters. And this one, you just like draw random stuff and it comes to life and turns into monsters. Same core gameplay. This game does not get talked about very much. It was made by kind of a obscure publisher, developer. But yeah, definitely give this game a shot. It used to be super hard to find and then all of a sudden became easy to find. But I feel like in the future, this could probably be a game that is hard, even harder than it is to find now. What else? Obviously all the Digimon stuff that you would expect from me. This is an interesting game in my collection, which I have to put more time into, but Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans, JRPG, Dragon Ball Z. This game is pretty hard to get these days. Here's a story of a game that is trash, but I have it anyway. There used to be a Marvel trading card game back in the day, part of this like Versus system thing. I wanted to get this game just to see how to actually play the game because my brother and I used to have cards that we never knew how to play with them. And this game, I don't even understand, even with the tutorial. Like, it's very hard to play for some reason. We got some Pokemon Explorers of the Sky. But what I really liked on this system was, where is it? Pokemon Heart Gold. I have my Pokewalker edition from when I first got it. Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story, Final Fantasy III. Had some great times with Final Fantasy III back in the day, which is actually funny because I always get confused that I did play this game and it is not the same Final Fantasy III on Super Nintendo. So I did actually play Final Fantasy III, which I always forget. Nintendogs used to actually play that back in the day. Animal Crossing Wild World, that's probably the one I've got the most hours in on DS. But a lot of classic RPGs and stuff on here. Radiant Historia, I remember when that game was like super hard to find and expensive. Switch stuff, nothing too crazy. I don't play my Switch too much. I got some Pokemon stuff, Sonic Forces. Not a huge Switch guy. I'm just not a huge handheld person anymore, unfortunately. And then 3DS was kind of when I was phasing out on handhelds. This game I ended up buying on release. Good soundtrack. Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. Dungeon crawl game. I think they re-released this at one point again. Kind of hard to play, but I had a lot of fun with it. We got Shovel Knight, my first introduction to Shovel Knight, which I honestly didn't like it at first. I was really bad at it. So I didn't play this version that much. Ended up playing it later on Xbox One. Dragon Ball Fusions, the game that nobody really talks about. Kind of a weird one. My brother and I both got it when it came out. Just, I don't know, very strange game. I don't know how I feel about it nowadays, but Zelda Link Between Worlds, man, I remember getting that and playing it and then never actually beating it. Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Y, that got me back into Pokemon for a little while in college with all my friends. Got some good memories with that. And classic game for me as well, which I have on PS4, the newer version. Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy. If you can ever find the arcade for this game, it is fantastic. Highly recommend playing Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy and the music, so it's just a match made in heaven. You may be sick of hearing me say that, but this is the game from my childhood that I just loved. I was obsessed with it. I ended up losing my copy. So I got this sealed version, I don't know, 2018 or something like that. And this just is something I'll never get rid of just because I enjoy it so much. Look at this. I mean, look at Gex on the snowboard. How cool is that? Pokemon Pinball are also a good one from my childhood. Many hours on car rides playing Pokemon Pinball with my brother. I still think it's a solid game. I like that you could actually catch the Pokemon too. Really, really cool idea with that game. Chef of Destruction, still need to do a video on this game, but great Yu-Gi-Oh game, really hard, JRPG-like. I believe this is coming out on the new Yu-Gi-Oh remaster or something. So definitely check this one out. Used to be so cheap, and really good game, actually. You know, what can you say about Golden Sun? These were definitely games that shaped my JRPG growing up. Yeah, love these games. Love to put the posters up, but don't want to damage them. Maybe I should make a copy of it. This game, you know, goes along with, I would say, let's jump a little bit ahead here, but here is the Metroid wall. You got the little postcard, you got the actual game. Metroid Prime, Metroid Dread. This game is just a fantastic game. I never played Super Metroid back in the day. This was kind of my introduction to the series. Love it. Love Samus's suit in this game. And yeah, just great nostalgia with that one for me. Digimon Racing, not much to say there, but I do enjoy this game. Looking at Gilmon on a cart is just funny to me. I remember this game back in the day playing the like Spiral Orange version and Crash Purple versions. What a weird mashup, but I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. This one, my friend Matt, if Matt watches this video, shout out to you, Matt. Got this for my birthday. One of the only like birthday parties I had kind of growing up. And this is still my copy, you can see, because there's a big rip out of it. Had this in like my room growing up. And, you know, the Sonic Advance games are pretty fun. I enjoy them quite a bit. But I'll say this was the game that defined me. Nobody I knew had this game. Got this game from Toys R Us. I don't even know why I bought it. I just thought it looked cool. I mean, you can see it's very like anime-esque. It was produced by Kojima, Konami game, and it has a sun sensor. I think that's also kind of what attracted me. Maybe that's some of my science-ness. Yeah, you need the sun to play this to do well in the game. And growing up in the East Coast of the US wasn't easy, but I had a lot of fun with it, and it felt cool that only I really like knew about this game. And then the last one, Legacy of Gokus were big on GBA. This is the one I had, Boo's Fury. And this game is really fun, and I think it holds up pretty well as well. Love the cover art on it. I think that's one of the best parts. And actually, let's talk about this one too. This is a JRPG, Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban. Pretty cool JRPG on Game Boy Advance. So if you've never played this one, I would actually recommend you check it out. And then kind of at the bottom, just rounding it up, we got the, I don't know if you guys have seen my video on this, the Master System Evolution, this kind of plug and play Master System console with Sonic on it. Really cool about that, from Brazil. My 3 Sega Genesis games, classics, Boogerman, Mickey Mouse, World of Illusion, Vector Man. Those are the classics. We got this Super Nintendo classic my wife and I used to play a little bit. That's a pretty good one. So that's pretty much the Nintendo shelf. I'm not exactly a huge Nintendo person, but I do definitely have some classics in there. So we got the Xbox Shrine up here. Got the Xbox Lite, Taco Bell, because back in the day, I mean, nothing went better with Xbox 360 than Taco Bell. Here, the lighting isn't the greatest, but we have a little bit of a Halo Shrine up here. Halo 3 Master Chief. The Hunters, which are really epic. These were McFarlane toys for Halo. Pretty collectible nowadays. I just like them because they're super detailed, and Halo 3 was a really fun game for me. I really enjoyed it growing up, so made this little shrine here. Up here we got some Sonic stuff. Well, this guy fell down, but just a couple Sonic things. This is cool as well. We can't really show it off that great. So this is a Kinect, but it was packaged in with the Gunstringer and Fruit Ninja Kinect. So it's just codes for those games, but kind of harder to find now. You know me with my Kinect stuff, I like to show off Kinect. So let's follow the Kinect and show off the Kinect games. So I enjoy Kinect. A lot of people don't judge me for that, but I'm trying to get all of the Kinect games. I don't know how many I have at this point, but I have the majority of the ones that I want, and I'll probably pick up the rest whenever you can find them cheap, which is pretty much all the time. So what I want to kind of point out here is maybe some hidden gem ones. Dragon Ball Z for Kinect. People know about it because it's a Dragon Ball Z game. Not a very good game. You pretty much just flail all over the place. I'll do a review on that. Rise of Nightmares, I have a review about. I have a t-shirt for. Fantastic game. Definitely check it out if you have a Kinect. There's no reason not to. Sonic Freeriders is a trash game. You can't convince me otherwise. But still trying really hard to actually make some progress in that game. It's very difficult. As I've said in other videos, Disneyland Adventures is actually a pretty cool Kinect game. Disney Fantasia also. Once Upon a Monster is a decent game. Got some other stuff in there as well. But that's the Kinect collection. I think I'm actually missing a couple, but yeah, Xbox Kinect. Cool system. Oh yeah, Fable The Journey is very good as well. Kinect Adventures is a classic. So that's my Kinect collection. Now, as far as the rest of the 360 stuff goes, I didn't organize this. It's all over the place. But, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Tony Hawk games on 360. American Wasteland, you saw my soundtrack before. This game is fantastic. I think it holds up very well. The soundtrack is my favorite pretty much of any game with licensed music. Just check it out. The value has gone up a bit. But, man, I just even love the cover. It's so awesome. I need to get a poster of this. This was one I played with my neighbor a lot growing up on PS2. Spider-Man Friend or Foe. It's kind of like Ultimate Alliance or Gauntlet for kids. But I like the way they designed the characters. They were kind of a little bit different than the movie and still cartoony, whatever. We got B-Movie the Game. This game, you will see a review at some point. This game is not what you would expect it to be. It's actually quite not bad, made by Beanox. So if you know anything about Beanox, they made a bunch of the Spider-Man games, part of Activision. Good developer, so look out for that one. What else? Amazing Spider-Man games are very good. Forza Horizon, everybody talks about that, of course. Peter Jackson's King Kong, launch title, but very good game. Check that one out for sure. A game that got lost to time. We got Watchmen Part 1 and 2. This should be a fun one to get around to. I've been meaning to play this for a long time. X-Men Destiny, made by the same people that made Two Human. I believe they stole a bunch of assets or a game engine or something. I want to do a video about that as well. What else? Dynasty Warrior Gundam games are pretty fun. We got all these Cabela's games, which are kind of interesting as well. There is this SpongeBob platformer, SpongeBob Truth or Square. We've got the infamous Two Human down there. All the Skylanders games, classic BioShock, Dead Rising 2, all the Batman games. I think I have so many copies that I'm looking here. We got Batman Origins, we got Arkham Asylum Game of the Year, we got Arkham City. I think there was another one up there. A lot of good games on the 360. This is the pinnacle of next-gen game. But down here are kind of the heavy hitters. Digimon All-Star Rumble, very good game, actually. We got the Adventure Time. What the heck is the name of this one? Explore the Dungeon, I don't know. We got Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. We got Spider-Man Edge of Time. We got some bangers in here, guys. We got Amazing Spider-Man. We got Marvel vs. Capcom 3. We got Blue Dragon. We got Ninja Blade, Lost Odyssey. The Harry Potter games. We got DuckTales Remastered. We got Transformers War of Cybertron. We got Sonic All-Star Racing with Banjo-Kazooie. We got Silent Hill Downpour, Crash of the Titans. We got the the Crash and the Spyro games on 360. Bam, we got all the Halos. Duke Nukem Forever, another infamous game. There's just so many classic games on 360. And then over here I have some sealed games, which all of my favorites pretty much. So some really good games here. Amazing Spider-Man, Gears of War 3, got Lost Odyssey, Dragon Age Origins, fantastic game. Blue Dragon, not for resale edition. Dark Souls, the OG. Man, good games in here. And then a couple other games. Oh yeah, there's another Batman version right there. Ultimate Alliance 2, Shattered Dimensions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So, and then down at the bottom, we kind of got the Xbox One / Series X games in there as well. Forza Horizon games are always classics. We got Hades in there. We got Bully, Scholarship Edition. We got some collector's editions. We got Sonic Colors. We got Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Surge 2. These Witcher card games, which I really enjoyed, the physical cards. We got a random Rock Band 3 keyboard over there, which I want to play someday. Because I played piano back in the day. About over here. So we talked about the Metroid stuff. This is a record. This is the Rondo of Blood Symphony of the Night record. And I want to just show it off a little bit. I mean, like, look at that art of this thing, guys. And then you open it up. Like, look at that. Look how beautiful. What great soundtracks. What great games, man. Support the video games that you like. So I can even be like, oh man, I want to display the Bat version today. So I think that goes pretty well. A long time, the BioShock 2 poster. I think it came with a game or something, or from a magazine. Trigun's one of my favorite anime, so got that. Got this picture of Spider-Man with my wife. I like Hostess cupcakes, so we got that little thing there. Mega Man Legends is one of my favorite PS1 games, so we got that little card. Got some Fallout poster up there. So that's pretty much that. And then over here, we won't go too much into the detail. We got my little Angry Birds plush, keeping me company. We've got some Digimon plush there. And then here's some Digimon figures in my collection. And this is a really cool mid-century modern, very like vintage looking lamp here that I got from my grandmother. So we got that. And then some random other Digimon stuff, some Digimon cards up there, part of the collection. You can see that. And that's pretty much it. This part of the wall over here I keep kind of as a blank slate. So that way when I am on my computer and I need to do a call for work or something, I at least have one empty wall space there. And this balloon right here is an exclusive Digimon balloon from Brazil. I haven't found anyone other like it. And that's pretty cool. So that's a good part of my collection. My Digimon minifigures, if you guys have seen any of those videos, are all there. The plush. And so yeah, it's a little humble video game collection. It's kind of really consolidated in this area. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but this is what I have. And I've been working on building this for a while, so I hope you guys enjoy this. And let me know what you think. What can I improve? And what do you want to see like a video in the future about? I have a lot of stuff that I've been meaning to make content about. So, oh yeah, and look at the rug as well. It's like, I really like the checkerboard rug. We're gonna have one new addition coming soon to a new video that might go over here. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, until the next video, guys, peace. Just click it.